Hi, Jeff Blubin with Arm Dynamics. I'm here again with Patriot Nurse.
Hi.
Hi. So what we're going to be talking about, just a brief video. I always say that in like 30 minutes long. She's got so much good information. But we're going to be talking about a couple of little things that you can do to increase your health for the better. Okay, and I have a personal experience with one of them, which is sunburn. I won't go into the whole story, but I got really badly sunburned, and Patriot Nurse had a homeopathic way of kind of remedying that and allowing that radiation that was in my body from via the sun to get out. And go ahead, roll on it.
Okay, well, long story short, Jeffrey was training one day quite intensively, as he always does, and the sun was particularly mean that day to Jeffrey. Lo and behold, we have a beat show up on all of Jeffrey's body on his skin. One of the things that I like to do that's a homeopathic sort of thing, I use coconut oil. Coconut oil and also emu oil, if you have that too. Just apply it on the skin. That's a really nice thing. But also vitamin A. Vitamin A in capsule forms. It's a lovely antioxidant, and what does that mean? It helps neutralize oxidative action. It helps neutralize free radicals. Free radicals, folks, they do damage to your cells, especially when you've been sunburned. So that's definitely a good thing to have. Of course, preemption is a big part of this too. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And there's great...
That's good. That's good stuff. Well, I like that.
Yeah, that was original. Sure. Sort of.
Is emu oil made out of real emus?
It is. Actually, it's made out of the oil that's under the emu skin. And that skin oil that they have is one of the things that protects the emus in Australia when they're... they don't have hands, but whenever they're running around, it helps them.
Awesome.
It helps them not get burnt.
Great, and let me tell you, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it through the night without like waking up and crying and screaming and stuff. It really did a tremendous job, and I was like, this is just hocus pocus wizardry. And I woke up the next morning and I was so significantly less burnt. It was really impressive. Recently, Patriot Nurse introduced me to something called green Vibrance, and you can buy it in a big, like a family-sized thing online. It's a 60-day supply for $50 as opposed to $100 in a store. Tell me a little bit about that, what it does, and why you should do it.
It's like a mini keg. It's like a mini keg of probiotic goodness. It's dried, it's powder form, and what it is, think of a lake in a drink. It tastes horrible. I'll be the first person to admit it, but it's full of a lot of really neat things. Micronutrients, probiotics, the whole spectrum of vitamins, and things like chlorella is in there, which chlorella is not a vitamin, but it's...
Who doesn't need that?
Who doesn't need chlorella? Chlorella helps to pull toxins out of your body. It's a really neat thing. I was introduced to green Vibrance by a friend who had survived Hodgkin's lymphoma. And ever since I had started using it, I felt so much better. My overall sense of well-being was enhanced, and I had so much more energy. So naturally, it was an easy extension to recommend that to Jeffrey.
And it's great. I'm actually like detoxing through my skin and all that kind of stuff. My energy level is substantially more consistent rather than the typical Jeff Blubin, which is like spike and then crash and then spike and then crash. Anyone that knows me will understand that. It's a lot more leveled out. So
there's a link to Green Vibrance on my website under the Patriot Nurses Survival Stash, www.thepatriotnurse.com. There's a link to it there, and it connects to Amazon, which typically has pretty good prices for it. So you can get a really sweet deal there.
And the last thing that I want to just talk to you, ask you about is fish oil. I've been on a pretty good, consistent regimen of fish oil since I was about 26 or something like that. I got on it, I have it every day, and which HDLs are the bad cholesterol?
HDLs are the good cholesterol.
Oh, the good LDLs. I can't remember this stuff. That's why she's a nurse and I'm not. But my LDL cholesterol level is less now at, I don't want to date myself, 30 than it was when I was 24, okay, through all that stuff. So that has a tremendous factor. It's good for your hair, which is extremely important. Hey, your teeth, your nails, everything, every part of your body. Tell us a little bit about fish oil.
Yeah, you can use regular fish oil. It's become a fad recently for folks to go with krill oil. I don't do krill oil just because it's a bottom feeder, and there's a few passages in some important books that have been written over the past few thousand years that say don't do that, so I typically tend to follow that. But one thing that you can do, which I do, is fermented cod liver oil. Fermented cod liver oil has a lot of good stuff in there. It tastes really wonky, so you need to get something that's flavored. Lemon or mint is really, really good. You can get straight cod liver oil too. The benefit with the cod liver oil, in addition to all of the omega-3s, is that when you take at least a teaspoon a day, you're getting a really decent amount of vitamin A, which is not beta carotene. This is the animal available form, so it's already metabolized into vitamin A. You're also getting vitamin D. There's a reason why the Norwegians and the folks up in the higher latitudes used to give their children cod liver oil, is because their vitamin D levels were lower, and because of that the kids could get rickets. You know, their bones could be formed kind of wonky. So it's a good source of vitamin D, vitamin A, and a lot of other good things to help your brain function at a good level as well.
Outstanding. Well, thank you very much for those little tips. And you know, I had been on the fish oil, like I said, but the more recent things that I've gone on are the green Vibrance, and having that Sunburn thing. It's like she just booked it to Walmart or wherever she got that stuff. I don't know. It appeared magically, and that significantly reduced my sunburn and also the effects that I had from that. So, any last comments or words on that kind of stuff?
We've covered some good stuff today.
Good. I think that's enough. We'll go with 3. So, Jeff Blumen with Arm Dynamics.
Patriot Nurse.
Shablam! That just happened.
Bye.
Rolling and action.
Okay, so we're rolling. Just are we playing?
That last moment that you had, it was like so delicious.
Yeah, you guys are good.